All right, so let's go through this document here. This is our photo guide. This is a document that I'd love for you to keep with you, give to your sales reps if you ever have any, and just follow it when you take your pictures. That's all we're asking you to do. It's pretty simple. Now, if you have the JobTread app, which I think you can get, or the portal, if you will, like your own account, then you can take the pictures directly in there. If you choose not to get your own JobTread or CRM, I cannot possibly express enough how important and beneficial it would be to get a company cam account. If you don't have a company cam account, you should get one. Talk to me about it. I can probably arrange for you to get on a account that we already have for a discounted rate. We can talk about that. I know I've got a few customers on there because I believe it's going to be 3 minimum users per account. So it's going to be like $150 a month. And all you're going to be able to do is take pictures. However, it gives us the ability in Company Cam, we have a checklist of all of the pictures to take. It's basically, this is from Company Cam. This is a PDF version of that checklist. However, for right now, we're not going to stress about it. Just use your camera, open it up, and follow this. So we're going to just go through some of these. First photo I would take, start from the street. Ground view, front elevation. If you can, try and get the house numbers of the mailbox. It just confirms that this is the right address that we're looking at the photos of. You're going to get an overview. Again, you're going to get one from the street. You're going to get left front corner. You're going to get straight on. You're going to get right front corner. You're going to get right side straight on. You're going to get back right corner, back right on, left back corner, left back on, right? Just whatever. Straight on. You want to get basically 8 sides of the house minimum. That's going to help us a ton when it comes to supplementing other things. Even if, like, well, Sam, there's no damage except on the roof. Doesn't matter. This is going to give us a beautiful bird's eye, or should I say ground view, overview of how that roof and house is built to make sure nothing is standing out. For instance, are there gable cornices? Are there kick-out diverters? How steep is the roof? Are there any obstacles around the house that might need to be mentioned in a supplement? Speaking of, next item, take pictures of patio furniture, play equipment, grills, hot tubs, if there's huge bushes around the house, if there's a bird bath, if there's pathway lights, if there's any metal roofs that aren't being replaced, that are connected to the house specifically. Mention those, because if they have like a metal porch that's down below the shingle portion of the house, we can supplement to get that protected with foam boards that have to be installed and purchased and detached to prevent the metal from getting scratched. That's a legit payable supplement. Next up, we're looking at our soffit photos. Take pictures pointing up at the soffits from near the wall. Do that on all 4 sides of the home. What we're trying to see is, how big is that soffit overhang? This would be a great opportunity to pull out your tape measure, hold it up against one of the soffits, show us how big the overhang is. Especially in northern climates, we need that so that we know how much ice and water shield we can justifiably ask for. If it's an 18-inch versus a 24-inch overhang, we can get way more ice and water shield paid for if it's 24 inches. I skipped one. We're looking to see if there's power lines over the driveway. So take photos of the driveway and the area they're going to deliver shingles, how they're going to load the shingles on the roof. Are there too many trees close to the house? How far is the driveway from the house? Is the driveway super steep? Anything that could be an obstacle for loading the shingles on the roof, take a picture. Because if there's proof that the supplier can't load the shingles on the roof for you, then the insurance will pay to have the shingles hand-loaded manually. Let's look at cornice returns and cornice strips. Take a picture of every single one. If you're wondering, what are we talking about? We have pictures showing you what they look like. We have returns. I think we've even got, we don't have any strips in here, but Then answer the question, how many first cornice are there? How many second cornice are there? How many first story cornice strips are there? How many second story cornice strips are there? I know they say front elevation. You're really just going to answer these for the whole house. Now let's look at the ground view left elevation. Again, you want to make sure, so right, this was all, this particular form, it unfortunately doesn't really mention it, but these are photos that you're taking of each elevation. Okay, so they're all basically the same. Garage doors. Chalk up your garage doors. Show any damage to the garage doors. What do we mean by chalking it? Here, I don't want you to circle it. No, what I want you to do is take your chalk and lay it flat against the garage door and rub it back and forth. That way, everything around the dent is chalk colored, but the dent itself won't be, which will make in a photo the dent way more obvious. And that is what the insurance company needs. Obvious damage photos. Then, what size is the garage door? Pull out your tape measure. Show us, or somehow write it on a piece of paper and take that picture. Write it on the ground with your chalk. Write it on the garage door with your chalk. You can always erase it with a wet microfiber cloth. Somehow, tell us what the size of the garage door is and take a picture so we have it. Don't try to remember and then tell me in a message later. Put it in the photo. Show any damage to the AC unit, swamp coolers, anything like that. Are there damage to the fins? Show that. Downspouts, gutters. Here's the trick, though, to downspouts. If there's hail damage, find it above your shoulder. Because otherwise the insurance is going to say those are from a lawnmower throwing rocks at the house. Find them above your shoulder. It's much better. Then take your chalk, lay it flat against the downspout. Go back and forth. Show me all the dings. Okay? Once you've got those, take pictures of them. Take them far and close up. We need both. Why do I want them far? I want them far so that I know what elevation that downspout is on. Pictures of the pool. Get pictures of the pool if they have one, and show how far away or how close to the house it is. Because if it's within 25 feet, we can get the insurance company to pay us to tarp and protect the pool. Are there window screens? If they're torn or not torn, show them anyway. Yes, I want both, torn and not torn. If they are torn, I want you to take your chalk. I want you to, in this case, I want you to circle the tears and then take the picture. If they're not torn, you don't need to write anything, but you should take the photo anyway. The reason, there's two. One, if the insurance comes back and says, oh, that's wear and tear, well, then we can show, well, the only ones that are damaged are the ones that the hail came in from. So it can't be wear and tear because all the window screens are the same age. That doesn't make any sense. Two, the bigger reason, if your crew, when they throw shingles off the roof, if they end up damaging a window screen, we will know that it was not already damaged. Or if your customer says they damaged the window screen, but in reality, we have photos showing it was already damaged, you can get yourself out of having to replace that. All right, this is a big one. Top of ladder in a valley photo. Please, 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 Samson, take these photos. These, I cannot express to you enough how much money we can make when we supplement if you take these photos. We're going to look at the gutter. We want you to chalk them if needed. Rub your chalk across it like we talked about. If it's painted, show photos that it has been painted by hand or with a roller or sprayed. We're not talking factory painted. We're just talking aftermarket painted. Any damage, fasteners, how they are installed. Are there gutter guards? What size gutters are they? What type of gutter guards? Are they lay-in? Are they screw-in? Are they mesh? Are they hardtop? Are they one single unit? Here's some sample photos. So I'm going to click on each one of these. We'll sort of talk about these as we go through. We want you to choose the size and type. So show supporting photos. Have gutters been painted by hand? Show a photo. Are gutter guards present? Show a photo. Here's some photos we're looking at. So this particular photo is showing us this is a 6-inch gutter. This is excellent. We love this photo. Very good. You can even see how the chalk's been rubbed across it to hopefully try and show some hail. Let's look at what a gutter guard photo would look like. These gutter screens are considered high-grade product. Therefore, the labor to remove and reinstall is considerably higher and more detail-oriented. Why are these considered high-grade? Simply because they are screwed in. In Xactimate, that is the only thing that makes a difference. Really, there is some other things, but that's the big one that makes a difference, whether or not Xactimate would consider this high grade or not, is if they are screwed in. Next thing, let's look at drip edge. Here we have a photo of during the initial inspection, this contractor took his drip edge out there, his gutter apron, and he put it how it would be installed. Well, as you can clearly see, it doesn't lay flat. He took another one showing, look, this doesn't lay flat because the gutter hanger is in the way. Guess what that means? We can get the gutters paid, detach, and reset, even if they don't have damage. Now, here's a little trick though, which we don't have a photo of this one in here, but if this gutter hanger was a gutter spike rather than a screwed in hanger, the only way to remove that spike is to pry out or hammer out the spike. That is going to damage the gutter. Therefore, if we can get them to approve, detach, and reset initially, we will go back once it's approved and get them to pay for the gutters to be replaced because they are going to get damaged by a gutter spike. We need photos of that. You were talking $5,000-$6,000 roughly per house on average that we can get these things increased by getting new gutters. Well, maybe not downspouts. If it's just gutters, maybe three grand. That is $1,500 in pure profit on every single roof. You do 12 roofs a year. I mean, you're looking at $17,000, $18,000 extra profit and happier customers because they got their gutters replaced. All right, so show presence, show the type. Is there already drip edge? Is there already gutter apron, right? We want that photo. What type of felt is on the roof? Pick up the shingles, show us the felt paper, show us, oh look, this one's synthetic. You tell us it's synthetic, we can't write for it if we don't have a photo. Here's another one. Beautiful photo. Look, we can clearly see it's synthetic felt. This is awesome. We can get that paid for. Show us that photo. Valley liner. What type of valley liner is it? If it's valley metal, you probably can see it. If you can't see it, lift up the valley. Try and get a photo of it. Starter on the eaves. We want you to show, is there starter on the eaves? Is there starter on the rakes? Is it true? How do we know that? Well, we can look at this. Look, we've got a tar strip. We're showing them. Here we are. We're on the rake. Right? We can show them that photo. Very good. That's an amazing photo. Here's one on the eave. We can show them it's a true starter shingle. You can't pay to flip your shingles upside down. You can't include this in the waste. It is a totally separate pre-existing, pre-loss condition product. We need you to put pitch gauges on the roof. Using the app is just really not sufficient. We get too many adjusters that say it could be altered and they don't trust the app. Get yourself a $20 whatever pitch gauge and put it on your slopes so that we can prove what the slopes are. It's going to help tremendously in us getting you supplements for steep roofs. Now, if we buy Eagle Views, this isn't usually quite the requirement, but just get in the habit of doing it anyway because we don't always purchase Eagle Views. Are there any additional layers? Are there 2 layers of shingles on the house? Are there 2 layers of felt on the roof? Show us that. Answer the question, show it to us. What type of decking? If you can find out, is it OSB? Is it plywood? If you can't see from the outside, get in the attic. And I'll tell you, we have a sales academy online that teaches people how to sell roofs. This is one of my biggest tips I tell people. Every single roof inspection, you should get in the attic. Why? Simply because no one else is doing it. If that homeowner has 5 roofers come out, and you're one of the 5, and you're the only one that asked to get in the roof or in the attic, that's going to stand out as different. You're being more thorough. It only takes you about 5 extra minutes of your time, and it gives you an opportunity to come into the house for a reason, which makes it more comfortable to come in the house in the future. It gives you an opportunity to take pictures, see if there's any issues, make sure the ventilation's open. Did they just install ridge vent, or did they actually cut it open already? Are there any potential leaks up there that you see? Is it plywood, OSB? Is it space decking? That could be a huge supplement. Are there copper lines going against the roof that you should know about so your crew doesn't nail into them? Is there an air conditioning unit up there? Is there anything that needs to be protected before they begin tearing off the roof that could get messed up? All sorts of things. How's the attic insulation? You start getting into retail, you're going to start selling upgraded attic insulation, right? There's so many reasons, but the main reason once you get in the roof, I want to know what kind of plywood it has, and because no one else is doing it. You're going to sell more roofs if you do it that way. Ice and water on the eaves, does it currently exist? If it does, show me a picture. I need to see that photo. Here's a good gutter hanger. You can show me what type of gutter hanger does it have. I know it's kind of out of order, but show me. Now, you've done all of that before you even got on the roof. Now, you're going to get on the roof. From the ridge, overview. Take these photos in a circle, in order, making sure that each photo has a part of the previous photo in it. Go front, right, rear, left. Most roofs, you should take about 12 photos as you do a circle going around from the ridge. These are going to help us in building the story of this roof, especially if you start getting into partials, in the denials and things like that. Take pictures of the hips. Take pictures of the shingles. Get up close. If you're able to, find out what type of shingle it is. Put a shingle gauge on there so you can determine if it's high impact. If it is, see if they have any shingles left over so you can prove what type of shingle's up there. If not, try and see if you can lift up a loose one or a broken one. See if there's any labeling on the back that tells us what type of shingle it is. That helps us a lot. Pipe jacks. We want to know how many there are. Is there damage? If you can, try and place all of them in one picture. Number them with chalk to make them easy to identify. So you're going to go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write the number on the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next to every pipe jack. That way, when we send pictures and say, hey, no, adjuster, there's 5 pipe jacks on this roof. He said, no, there's not. There's only 4. We can show him, here's 5. And he doesn't try and say that one of them's the same picture as a different one because they all are numbered. Helps us know that as well. If they are damaged, show that. If they have caulking on them, please, if they've already been tarred up or caulked or have any little tiny fracture of a crack in the rubber, take a picture. There are many insurance companies that will try to pay, remove, and reinstall. They don't want to pay for the new boot. Yes, it only saves about $8 to $10 per boot, but still, if there's 5 boots, things add up quick. I don't want the insurance company getting one over on us. It's not the right thing to do. Is it a standard jack? Is it lead? Then show, is it painted? Look, we can see this base has been painted and the pipe has been painted. Well, guess what? When you go to put on that new pipe, you're probably going to scratch that paint off. We need to ask for that. Here's a lead one. Is it painted? This one's not, but can we see hail damage? Do we see that it's a lead pipe jack? That's a line item we can ask for. Okay, attic ventilation. Are there turbines, turtles, power vents, ridge vents? Tell us which ones exist. How many are there of each? Again, number them. Take a photo of them. Here's some example. If you're like, well, what do we call what? That's a metal turtleback vent. This is a Brown roof vent. This is a power vent. We've got ridge vents. It's a plastic turtle vent. This is what we would consider just a roof vent. We've got a turbine vent. We've got aluminum ridge vents, right? These are all photos we would love to have up close and clear like this. This makes our lives so much easier. Chimney and measurements of roof side. So I want you to show all sides and section of the chimney included. A cricket, if it's present. How many chimneys are there? Tell us what size they are. And then I want you to pull out your tape measure, just like this. On every side of the chimney, at least 3 we want, or at least 2. We want the left side or the right side, and then we want the back side. We want the back because if the back is larger than 30 inches, it is required by code to have a cricket. We can charge to build one if it doesn't exist, or we can make sure that if it does exist, that it's installed properly. We can also get the step flashing replaced. All right, here's a really, really big one. Step flashing. We want you to lift up the shingles if it's step flashing, which this one's not step flashing, but either way, even if it's not if it's wall flashing, lift up this shingle right here and show us it is rusted. Show us the nail placement. If this L flashing, this little lip, has any nails in it, it's not usable. It has to be replaced. If it's rusted, it has to be replaced. Show us that. We're going to supplement for it. As many rust photos as you can get, as many misplaced nail holes as you can get, show it to us. If it's tarred up galore, take a picture and show that to us. Clear photos. Are there any accessories, such as is there a meter mast? Is there antennas? Is there a satellite dish? Is there a weather vane? Anything strange on this roof? Take tons of pictures of it. I want you to measure sidewall and head wall flashing width. Okay, we're talking about, again here, looking at this photo, how far is it from this outer edge to the wall? How far is that? By code, it has to be a certain distance. You may have to lift up the photo and hold your tape measure there. Show the tape measure in that photo. If you have any vents on the roof that are rusted, tarred up, take photos of that. Starter on the rake, that's another big one. All right, here's a good example of some of these. You've got true start on the rake. I know we've already gone through some of these. These are good photos. Maybe this one wasn't true starter. If it's not true starter, this is a fantastic photo to take. Don't show us the tar strip because it doesn't exist. Just show us that it's an individual shingle. We're still going to write for starter. Here we do have a true starter. Are there solar panels? Take photos or type of brackets and how they're installed on the roof. So this is good, right? We've got our photo, but show photos of the brackets, right? Show us how are they installed on the roof. If there's skylights, take pictures of them and then do this. Find the sticker or a stamp or a plate of some sort. Take an up-close photo of it, of each one. It should show a manufacturing date and who manufactured it. And then get the size. Show us what size it is. Use your tape measure. Take photos of your tape measure. Put a number next to it. If there's more than one skylight, put a number next to it. And then whenever you pull your tape in your width and your height, make sure the number is in the photo so we know, oh, this is the width of skylight number 1 and this is the height of skylight number 2. Then you can even show us what's the curb height on it. Is it curbed or curbless? And then show a picture of that stamp. If it was manufactured before a certain date, we can actually get it replaced because they no longer meet code. That's important. All right, when you get in that attic, what type of decking's up there? What type of ventilation's up there? Are there any hazards? Are there any leaks? Take photos of all of that. So hopefully this gives you a good idea of how absolute detailed these need to be. Yeah, and here's a fantastic, this is actually a window sticker, but this is sort of what you're going to be looking for. A sticker of some sort of something like this. You can do the same thing on windows. If you're trying to get windows paid for, go inside. Find the sticker on the window. You might have to open up the sash to get it. Do it. It's going to tell us probably who made it, what size window that is, when it was manufactured, all the details that we need, what it's made of. It's going to help tremendously in getting supplements approved and worked out. All right. Well, hopefully that works and sort of explains what we're looking for.